So I guess I'll go from the beginning here. But everything looks pretty solid so far. You made sure not to get hit on the head of two stones, so that was, obviously a good move. Something that you don't usually have a problem with, but I always want to address it when you do something good.
Yeah, thank you.
So this was great, actually. I feel like I've seen you miss this opportunity once or twice. So for you to start doing this is good because this scorpion shape comes up often. I'm sure you see, right? This
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
so if you get a free Atari, this is really good for you. So not only do you get like the seal, but you also get Sente, right? And so it should feel really good. Same with this. This was a great approach. A part of me wanted you to extend your wall, but if you did, you would only be working on one side. So hitting this three-dimensional type shape, not just focusing on one place. Excellent. Everything's been great on this one, Marty.
Good.
It was should be coming up someday. Your problem should be coming up
Yeah, I know
someday.
there were. I know. I made a. Yeah, I know I made a mistake with one of the three stone thing. But anyway,
Yes.
uh,
Yeah, let's take a look here. So, you decided to extend this stone, and this was also good. Do you know why it was good that you extended this one?
because it's weaker.
Yes, exactly. So it was a great extension from the weaker side. So, everything you've done so far for the first 30 moves, like, everything's on point.
Good.
Which, isn't always the case, right, Marty? So,
No kidding.
you're on fire. You're on fire this week. So good. And then here's where the first mistake, if I remember, comes in. Yeah, it's this one here. So when you Atari, you know what white's gonna do, right?
Yes,
And does this hurt the B stones?
I guess it does.
Yeah, significantly, I think, because
Okay.
now it
Okay.
puts it into bad shape, right? If white was to
Yeah.
play here, so once you extend, if white was to play something like this, if you have to
Yeah.
crumple in on yourself, this should feel bad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, making empty triangles should feel bad. So getting hit on the head of two stones is very painful. Which, if we go back to where we were, right now you have four liberties and you're in a good
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you
Believe it
Atari,
or not, yeah, I thought about it. I mean, I thought, well, this is forcing, and I knew what I would do. You say, look at the aftermath, and I thought I would approach, and I'd have this, lovely shape down there at the bottom. That this is it. But I see that um, I made my two stones less comfortable than it would have been.
yeah, your thinking is good for this group, but it hurts this group. So this is
Yep.
what we would call a thank you move, right? A move where it
Yep.
helps white and hurts black.
Yeah.
Instead, you should have just played what you were intending to play. So the computer liked this as the blue move, and then it liked this as a green move. And when I looked at this, I thought this should be the move, right? Because you're approaching here, you're making a
Yeah.
base,
Yeah.
you're not hurting
Yeah.
yourself. So these stones are becoming more and more in danger. And so this was a nice move just to play outright. So even though you did think of the aftermath, always realize, if it damages your own like groups, right?
Yeah.
Because a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
times when you're chasing something, right, like that's running away, you think that you're doing good by attacking it, which most of the case you are. But sometimes it's secretly hurting you on the other side, and then you might get killed or
Yes.
something, right?
Yes.
So this is kind of like that instance here.
Yeah.
Still though, you're fine. So here was the next part that was just a weird or awkward situation or shape.
Yeah.
So right now, white can split you,
Yeah.
and this led to another really bad shape for you.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about it in general. First, you can
Okay.
play this move, which threatens white and does help him fix, which is usually something we don't want to do.
Yeah.
But now it's created a much stronger connection between these two stones. And whether you want to connect it now or if you want to try and counterattack is up to you. But if he was to cut here now, you could play something like this, and you
Oh,
can
right,
see he's in
right.
a kind of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, yeah,
This wouldn't be right though. Maybe yeah, you could just play here, right? And if he connects,
right.
then you kill him.
Yeah,
And if he comes out or does anything, you can get a double kill. So,
yeah.
um, so this move threatens
I
white and
see.
then helps protect this. But this
Yeah,
move, awkwardly, I think it just feels awkward to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I can see that, like, oh, I can, connect pretty easy here now.
yeah.
But
I guess I didn't like the other one because then the way I look at this now, the white is on the shape point. I mean, it's
mm,
already on the shape point for the three. I get that. So I was a little worried about the connection, and somehow I thought I would be able to handle it if I went at B.
mm. Yeah, yeah. And this, it's not the worst case scenario. So, what happened was this was really bad though. So now you've made an empty
Okay.
triangle and have taken away
Yep.
a liberty, right? You had three
Yep.
liberties and now you have two
Yep.
liberties.
Yep.
So if you played here and he protected, well, now you have all these nice moves, right? That
Oh yeah.
you can even play something like
Oh
this.
yeah. Yeah. That would be much better.
And then if he protects this way, then of course you just get you can make it like a bigger kill or something if you want.
Yeah.
And so
Huh.
yeah, so this
Okay.
between the
Yep.
two
Yep.
Ataris, this one would have
Yeah.
been much better. So
Uh,
it's something we've talked about before. It just needs more practice. Is whenever we have two Ataris, make sure to read them both, even if the other one looks crazy, right? Because this
does look
one,
crazy.
yeah, this one might have looked a little crazy or funky, but make sure to read both of them before you do it.
Yeah.
Because now these two groups are separated,
Yep.
and so it's harder for this group because white has this free move, and it makes
Yep.
you look
Yep.
like in bad shape, right?
Yep.
And whether you
Yep.
die or not, it doesn't matter. The what matters is white's making lots of points and you're looking silly.
Yep. Yeah.
Of course, white didn't do that, so you were fine. But still, it stinks to be separated.
Yes.
He liked trying to hit your shape points, huh? Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
his go-to thing.
Which
um,
is good.
so
But
this,
this is where, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, this was a problem. Do you see if the ladder works or not?
Let's see.
Yeah,
The
try.
ladder does not work, right?
Well, actually, it does. So let's see. So
So I know, yeah, yeah, that ladder works. Yes. And I misread this because I was, I always think, oh, my stones are there. And if my stones aren't there, I forgot that the person who starts the ladder, they win.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So this was very dangerous. You could have gotten killed
Yeah, oh, no
outright here.
kidding. But I didn't realize it at the time. It wasn't like
Mm.
uh, I mean, I misread it. That's what it is.
So another part of the whole Atari situation, right, is if you can be Atari'd in one move, then you should read it out before you do something like this as well, right? So just like with when you have two Ataris, you should read both of them. In this case,
Yep.
if you're gonna or if you can be Atari'd, you should read it out as well.
Yes.
But yeah, so this was very
Terrible.
dangerous, but he
Yep.
didn't capitalize on it, and you broke the ladder with this move. So, but I didn't actually read this part out. What if he? Oh yeah, he has to protect, and you're out. Okay. Yeah, so you broke the ladder with that move, so you got a good result again. So in both cases, he slipped up a lot here and is not playing here. So
Yeah.
white, white's double-digit Q player also, so makes lots of mistakes. Um, so this move, why play this one now? Any particular reason that you can think of?
I play it now. Well, Michael, it's because I thought I could get him.
You yeah, you can. If he responds like this, then yeah, you can get him.
Yeah,
But if he plays like this, well, now you're kind of in trouble, right?
right.
And then he kind of gets out, like he has a chance to get out.
Yeah,
So something that we talk about often is surrounding from the outside first, right?
yes,
Before you make your inside moves.
yes, yes.
So if you just play here, now his
Yeah.
only option is this, right? And then he's dead.
So what? Wait, why can't he Hane out?
On it.
If I,
Here, then
yeah.
you can just cut
Oh,
him
you
off.
just gotta go in there. I see.
And if he plays this, you have three liberties, so you're okay. You
Uh,
can't be
I
caught.
see. Again, not excellent reading on my part. Okay.
That's okay. This one's more of a fundamental too than on top of reading, which is once again you should always surround the outside before you play the inside move. That's
Yeah.
usually the case. There's sometimes that's not true, but I'd say 8 or 9 times out of 10 this is true.
Yes.
Um, so by playing this move, this weak group, because this is what's going on, right? This is a very weak group.
Yep. Yep.
So by playing this move, you strengthen your weak group, and you've fully
Yep.
surrounded white, and white has no
Yep.
escape now.
Yep. Yep.
So this was a big move.
So I miss this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So white does play this. Yeah, now he plays this, which I don't think works. He should have just played like here.
Yeah.
And then it threatens you, right? So then you have to
Yep.
fix, and then he can
Yep.
play out more. But anyway.
Yeah. He didn't cover himself in glory here either.
Yeah. So this move, I was very surprised too. Why play B over, let's say, A, right?
Because I think I'm going to kill all those stones, Michael.
These ones here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but your group is very weak as well.
Right. Right. And this help.
Yeah.
And doesn't this help me get out? Oh, I see. It's better to go down. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just because this move, you can easily get out, right?
Oh,
And there's no
yeah. Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
makes
Huh.
like eye
Okay.
shape.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
so you're putting pressure on white and then making good moves. But
Yes.
this move, to me, it looks like you can get cut. I didn't actually read this cut, but I'll read it just to make sure. I can't come up with a perfect variation for this, but if it came out like something like this, maybe it'd be all right, because you'd be able to capture them eventually. Let me just see if there's any other ways to play. Well, let's see what happened in the game anyway.
Okay.
So he didn't try and cut you off. For me, I would have at least
Yeah.
attempted
No.
to cut you,
Yeah. For sure.
and
For
then
sure.
maybe even just escape now, or I don't know, play something like this, because you'd have to come out and then. But this would be better for black. So yeah, maybe this is a better move than I give it credit for, but it sure looks scary to me.
Yes.
Maybe if it went like this. Yeah. This looks good for white, I think.
Yep. Yep.
Just because white can come out now, and so white has quite a lot of opportunities
Yeah.
to now
Yeah.
entrap you. So
Yeah.
to me, this looked really scary because it can be cut.
Yeah. No, it
Um,
is scary. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he played here and focused more on the bottom than his weak group, and so this was bad for him. Yeah, and then he loses, right? Yeah, he loses.
Yeah. Totally
So his mistake was not focusing on the weak side, right? Something we talked about earlier. We should always be
Right.
looking for our weak stones and strengthen them, and he never strengthened his weak stones here, so he ended up dying. So anyway, it ended up being good for you. Um, key, po- key points here is You did. Yeah, I mean, you did an excellent job in the opening. Like all your decisions, were really good. And then you did make one mistake with the stanky move. So
Yes,
very
yes,
similar actually to what ends the game is that when we play something like this, we push our opponent to hurt us on this side, and that's
yep,
exactly what happened with this guy. Because when he played here, he's pushing
yes,
you to hurt his group. So
yep,
this is a good example of what we talked about, like thank you moves, right? In a bad direction, like
right.
he's pushing you into, winning. So, so there's that. This was kind of minor.
No, but yeah, I don't,
This
yeah,
Atari is good to know. I mean, always
yeah,
reading Ataris.
it's kind of frustrating, because it looks so dumb.
Like this move, yeah.
No, the other one, right? I mean,
Oh,
I'm
this one.
sure I just rejected it out of hand, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Not realizing that either he gives up the other stone or it's a double Atari.
yeah. This is pretty tasty for black. If you can
Yeah,
take a good portion of the corner and then still get this out alive,
yeah,
that's extremely good for black.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Ladders
Yeah, this was bad.
surrounding
But
them.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the recap for this one. A little sloppy, but
Okay.
we got more games to go. So
Yep,
let's
yep,
go to
I'm
the
ready.
next one. All right. All in all, you did a good job, but yeah, you did a great job in the opening. But I feel like your opponent punched himself out, like,
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
which is good, right? It proves that because I know you're getting frustrated because you've been D ranking a little, but this week you had an excellent. It was great. I think it's because we played that teaching game the other day. I noticed you tend to do a lot better when we play a teaching game once a week.
No, it's also nice to have all those stones.